Hello everybody and welcome. In today's video, we're going to talk about where to put your playmaker in a tactic. And let's get started with an overview. A playmaking role can be a dynamic addition to any tactic, and they definitely excel at creating something from nothing. Where you decide to put a playmaker in your formation changes the entire feel of your tactic. And while there are a number of playmaking roles that you can choose from, for the purposes of today's video, we're going to separate them into two main groups. The first group is the flank playmakers, the Trequartista, the Advanced Playmaker, and naturally, the wide playmaker. These are playmakers that play in the wider areas of a formation. And the other group are the central playmakers, like the deep-lying playmaker, the Enganche, and the Advanced Playmaker. And these playmakers, as you may have guessed, would be roles that are in the center areas of the field. Take note that the Trequartista and the Advanced Playmaker can be put into either group. With these two groups, they both have benefits and drawbacks associated with them. For the flank playmakers, the benefit is that their wider positioning makes it easier to get them the ball. There are also less defenders out there, giving them a greater opportunity to make a play. The drawback is that the wider areas aren't as dangerous a position to be in. They are also limited by the sideline. For central playmakers, it's tougher to get them the ball because they play in a highly congested area. The trade-off is that they're in a more dangerous position to make a play and have more of the field open to them. In the next section, let's start with our first group and talk about playmakers out wide. Putting a playmaker out on the wings puts them in isolation. This can be good because you want your playmaker out in space. And because of this, flank playmakers benefit from skills like dribbling, vision, acceleration, and flair, since they have more of a need to create something from nothing. But this isolation can be an issue, since it's easier for them to become trapped, especially when they're next to the sideline. Our first example starts at a kickoff. This playmaker here is the wide playmaker. Playing out wide, it's very easy to get him the ball. When the play continues, he sits in the half space and easily picks out a pass for a scoring chance. Here's another example with the wide playmaker. We'll again see how easy it is for the playmaker to pick out a pass, given the time it takes for a defender to close him down. In this example, we're on the ball in our own half. This rollout here is the Trequartista. Being out on the wing lets us get him the ball, and with the time and space to pick out a pass, the playmaker gets the assist. But here's the downside to the flank playmaker. This is after a goal kick, and my wide playmaker is going to attack down the left flank. But the issue is the sideline. The defense knows where he's going to go, because that's the only direction he can go. These situations can lead to your player becoming trapped and turning the ball over. Now that we know a little bit about the flank playmakers, let's check out some central playmakers. Central playmakers give a different dynamic. They are much more of a fulcrum to your tactic, acting as a hub that your team pivots around. This makes them more involved in your build-up and in keeping possession. But not only are they in a more congested area, their turnovers can often occur in crucial parts of the field. Our first clip starts with us on the ball in our own half. This one will be about the best role in the game, the deep-lying playmaker. Watch how the playmaker needs that off-the-ball attribute to find pockets of space. The midfield has a lot of players from both teams, so it's up to the playmaker to find space. This one here is us on the ball in a similar position. We're going to look at the Advanced Playmaker in the center midfield. But we'll pause it when he gets the ball right in the midfield. This is the biggest element to a playmaker in the center areas versus one out wide. The options he has available. He's not burdened by the sideline, so if you're the defense, where's the playmaker going to pass it to? Congestion increases as you move your playmaker up the field in your formation. Right now we're on the ball, and this role here in the attacking midfield is the Enganche. It takes a lot of work to get him the ball, because the playmaker has the opponent's center backs and midfielders to worry about. It can be difficult and time-consuming to get them the ball. But the trade-off is that when they do get it, they're in one of the most dangerous areas of the field. And finally, turnovers can be a major issue with playmakers in central areas. In this one, we've got the ball, and the Advanced Playmaker will get it. When he turns the ball over, it immediately puts us under pressure. This is something to keep in mind when figuring out where to put your playmaker. There is no correct answer on where to put your playmaker. It's all up to you as the manager to decide where you want them to go. Each role has specific benefits and drawbacks associated with them, and this includes where you put them. And the last thing I wanted to go over is about one of the most demanding playmaking roles, the Trequartista. This role loves to move around the field, so keep in mind a lot of the things we talked about in today's video don't necessarily apply to every part of the Trequartista's game. Here are two passing charts. The one on the left is the Trequartista as a striker, and everywhere he completed and received a pass. You can see that the role has coverage all over the field. On the right, this is a Trequartista placed out on the wing. Though it's shaded to that side, they still wander around the field. This is just something to keep in mind as you go about selecting your playmaking role. If you're curious about any specific playmaking role, I've got different playlists that you can check out. I've also got a Patreon account if you'd like to support the channel. Anyway, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.